the research they're told to do. I'm pretty sure you all heard about the grant that the University of Idaho lost the other day, $50 million. 12 people were sent home that morning when they showed up for work. They said, sorry, you don't work here anymore. We're not going to fund that. So let me introduce to you Jacquelyn Belock. Where are you? You're right there. Oh, you're short. I'm short too. Come here. Do you want to stand on the box? All right. Whoopity. Here we go.
Thank you guys all for coming out. And while I may live in Cheney and I represent the people of Cheney, I actually work at Spokane Falls Community College. And the community colleges have kind of been forgotten about in this whole conversation. All right, we talk about the universities and the funding that's being lost, but our community colleges are feeling the squeeze too. All right, we are the lifeline for a lot of people in the inland Northwest. Whether you're a veteran, a single parent, a working parent, a rural student, indigenous communities, we serve all of the inland Northwest. All right? And we prepare our students to go off to be the researchers at Eastern, at Gonzaga, at Boise State, all right, at Wazoo, at UW. We send our students all over this country to be the impact makers of the future. All right, I brought a script. I've already gone off of it. All right, because this is too important. We are losing good educators because we don't know where our funding is going to come from. We have students who are on the verge of mental breakdowns because they don't know where their funding is going to come from next quarter. Are they going to have those Pell Grants? Are they going to have the FAFSA to be able to pursue their education? Are our veterans going to have access to the VOC rehab programming and funding that funds their education and allows them to integrate back into the civilian world? We're losing that. All right? In Cheney, a couple years ago, how many of you guys remember the Gray Fire? How many of you were directly impacted by the Gray Fire? How many of you lost your home? Exactly, I remember that, right? We lost homes, we lost businesses, people lost memories. And now, FEMA, who helped support those families rebuild and those communities rebuild after that devastating fire, it's been gutted. NOAA, which helps research climate change and helps us understand how to predict and how to respond to the coming crisis, has been gutted. The National Weather Service has been gutted. Our federal funding is being gutted, all under the guise of equality. But we all know that's not the case. We know that's not why we are losing access to higher education. Because an educated populace doesn't put up with an autocratic government. If you are educated, you recognize when you're being lied to. You can think critically. You're skeptical of what you're being told. And so if we continue to get K through 12, gut the funding for our community colleges, for our universities, for the Head Start programs that give our little kids the opportunity to learn at a young age and come in at an even playing field, we end up with a dumber society. That's not what we want. That's not what Spokane wants. We are being demolished and devastated by natural disasters every year. We have insane flooding events. No longer are these 100-year floods. These are every couple-year floods. Well, the researchers that help us prepare for that, they're not funded anymore. So how do we prepare for a future where our climate is changing at an unprecedented rate? We can't keep up with it. And that's intentional, because they profit off of our loss. I see tons of people out here today of all walks. I see students. I've seen fellow educators and scientists, community leaders like myself. But most importantly, what I see is I see my neighbors. I see my neighbors here in the inland Northwest who are standing up to make sure that we have the resources we need, that we are not alone. and that the higher education institutions see that they have the support of the community to be able to stand up for what is right, to tell our federal government, we will not comply. We will maintain educational justice. We will talk about climate justice. We will provide access to education for everyone in our region. And that scares them. All right? So I want everybody out here to stand with me, stand for science, stand for funding research, fund our higher education institutions, fund our K through 12 where they get the foundation to be able to go off and be successful at a higher education. This is where our next generation of scientists are coming from. And we need to show them that they have the support and that everybody out here has their back. So thank you. Thank you for being out here. Thank you for standing up, not being silent, speaking your voice, speaking the truth to what is happening. Because only as a group are we going to make some actual change. Thank you guys. Thank you for being here today.